Come on in and take a load off. Come and listen to the guys as they touch your funny bone. Trust me, these guys can make you explode with laughter and make you beg for more. You're listening to House of Machismo. Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome, brand new episode of House of Machismo. You got me. I like to call myself Machismo. And no K-Rod today. K-Rod, I don't know what happened to him. I think he was in a car accident or something. I don't know. Yeah, poor guy. Anyway, and then I have Chris. Guess who's a brand new member of the show? He made the cut. It's a swimsuit competition that did it in, dude. I mean, those are really great hairy legs you had.
Speedo.
Yeah. And then we have Luis here with his radioactive phone. Appreciate you coming all this way, Luis. Thank you for giving up your fishing trip for a couple of hours. That's awesome. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Mother's Day fishing trip.
Yes, by himself. No, in honor of all the moms out there. Well, Chris, I do want to welcome you to the show. You know, for me personally, it wasn't a very easy decision because there were a couple other people that did great.
Absolutely.
You know, but you were
hats off to the competition.
Yes, you were outstanding. One of the hardest things to do is telling people that they didn't do it. Yeah. Like, I did everything. I offered to wash their cars. Like, I'm so sorry, dude. You know, you didn't make the cut. And
that's management.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, I'll come over and I'll wash your car. I'll, massage your back or whatever, whatever it is that it takes to make them feel better.
Yeah.
And to make them believe that I'm not a jerk. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah. With that being said, there are a few rules that I do have to tell you about.
Policy.
Yeah, exactly. About the show that I'm very strict about. Okay.
I didn't get the HOM handbook.
Yeah, well, because I'm still working on it. Just like Trump's healthcare plan, it will be available eventually as soon as I'm done with it. But there's just some few basic rules here. And if Luis can listen, maybe he can get a refresher on some of these rules, which is okay. Anyways, number 1, no farting in the studio while recording or at all.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have to do that, you may step out into the living room. No one's in there. Or step outside. Just say, excuse me.
Why is this on the show?
Why not?
Unless you're the official mascot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I do apologize for that. Sometimes it does happen. You can only blow up my bathroom only twice a year. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. Emergencies happen and all that stuff. But maybe just twice a year. That's it. Other than that, you got to hold it in. Luis already met his quota in January. So that's why he holds it in quite a bit. It's not healthy, but, it is what it is. Number 3, no eating crunchy foods.
Yeah.
And K-Rod's a big violator of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drinking is okay. Eating soft foods, stuff like that. Yeah. Little mashed potatoes and corn. God. Anyway. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Oh, yeah, but no eating crunchy foods. Okay? When you do blow up the bathroom... Mm-hmm. No flushing the wipies down the toilet. If you use them, I'm not saying that you do or don't or whatever. They're there, but do not flush them down the toilet. Even though they say flushable,
dude wipes
does not make it. No, I buy the Walmart brand stuff, and they have a little scent to them, which is nice. Anyway, it's like a rose. Anyway, and they're less expensive. But yeah, no. Even though they say flushable, you are not allowed to flush them down the toilet. They're not meant to be flushed down the toilet. Okay. And then once you arrive at 9 a.m., just come on in.
Come on in. Okay.
No need to knock. No need to text.
Okay.
Just come on in. If it's before 9 o'clock, you knock.
Yeah.
Or text.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah. It's Texas, so I don't like just walking in anybody's door.
Well, that's true. That's true. Guns are allowed.
You might get a machete to the neck or something.
Surprisingly, machetes are not allowed. Yeah. And just because people lay them around and they just want to pick them up and swing them around. They don't know what they're doing.
Too much fun.
Yeah, but guns are allowed. That's cool. If you want to bring your gun and brandish it and show it off and all that, that's just fine. Just just make sure you don't point it at someone, But other than that, yes, you're doing great. And again, welcome to the show. And then I also have this little thing for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I gave everybody one.
What is this? Is this?
It's memorabilia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only people who speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't get one.
Not film.
Oscar. Shh.
Does this work, or is this like a trophy
Michael
type
Moore.
of thing?
That's
It could be for you, whatever it is that you want to do. You want to display it or pawn it or whatever.
Pawn it,
or whatever.
yeah.
Well, I think K-Rod pawned his. I'm not sure.
How much can you get for it?
It wasn't really that expensive. I mean, I'm not really going to spend that much on it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Rojo.
Yeah, exactly. I think everybody got a different color.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. I do have something that I did want to kind of talk to you guys about. Question, Chris. Do you know anything about Dogecoin?
I actually do know a little bit about Doge. It's a thing that Elon Musk has been propping up through his Twitter, and it's a cryptocurrency that's under $1. I haven't checked it this morning. Funny you mentioned that. I actually made a little money this week on Doge.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually proud of that too.
Okay. Okay. So well then I actually have a few questions about it. It's
Shoot 'em.
because I have a friend that spent his stimulus check on it. Like he bought, so many Doge coins and stuff like that. But every time we hang out, we kind of get into big arguments about it because he brings it up. He's kind of an arrogant kind of a person. So he brings it up. He's like, ooh, let me check my investments. And then he looks at,
As if they've got so many.
Yeah, exactly.
Like millions or whatever.
He invested in Dogecoin and then some pharmaceutical thing or whatever,
Right.
and then that's it.
Yeah.
But he's making a profit. But his thing, and what sounds so weird is that it sounds like the same kind of, and I'm not calling it crap. I'm just calling it crap that people talk about like on Facebook, meaning that it just sounds like he's just being a parrot, just repeating.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the Dogecoin thing, yeah, that's the point, is to make money. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with my friend. I don't take that away from him. It's like, dude, you are making money. That is cool.
Yeah.
He's saying that, well, this cryptocurrency is going to take over and cash is just going to be obsolete in 10, 15 years. And it's like, you sound like some of my friends in the past 10, 15 years ago that said the same thing about Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin's been going up and down, up and down, up and down in its profits and its value.
Right.
And I suspect the same thing with Dogecoin. It'll go up and it'll go down and it'll go up and it'll go down. But the thing is that, do you think, is it something that really is going to, like, hey, Amazon's going to accept it. Walmart's going to accept it. AutoZone's going to accept it.
Right.
Well,
first and foremost, we are not financial advisors.
Right,
Disclaimer.
of course not.
When I talk about things like
people
this,
who listen to the show already know that.
First off, I don't sell anybody on anything as far as like cryptocurrency. I don't talk it up. I don't build it up. You do your own research.
Yeah.
You do your own research and you figure this stuff out on your own. You can listen to people on YouTube. You can listen to people on Facebook and try to get in and ride the wave if you want. But play with money.
Yeah.
Play with money that you have. Don't play with money that you need to pay bills with, right? That you need to pay a car note with, or you need to buy your kids stuff. Make sure you're playing with money that is set aside for whatever. If you were going to buy like a new something materialistic and instead you wanted to put that into cryptocurrency or whatever daily trading. Because when I first started doing investments, I was trading like regular people do for long-term investment.
Right.
The consumer staples, like the big companies that are too, big to fail.
Like where you get paid dividends and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get paid dividends, but it grows slow over a course of 10 to 20, 30 years. And then you dip into that when you're 50, 60. This stuff is like playing the lottery. This is like gambling almost, right? You go into Doge. I bought in at Doge at 11 cents. And I sold this week. I should have waited one more day, but I sold this week in the upper 50 cents area. Okay, so I made a little bit of money. I made a little bread off that because I missed the previous dips and lows. It went up and it went down. It went up and it went down. And when it dipped, I should have bought more. But I was too worried because it's a gamble. You don't know if it's going to hit rock bottom or go up the next day. So I finally, this week came along, and it's because Elon Musk was going to be on Saturday Night Live yesterday.
Yeah.
And it skyrocketed again. And I was like, I'm not going to miss my opportunity this time. Mm-hmm. So I cashed in. I cashed out, right? Mm-hmm. I kept a little bit. But I put money aside because you have to pay capital gains tax on all this. This is
right.
This is one thing a lot of people on the internet are not talking about is you can cash that stuff in, but you're going to pay 30 to 40% tax on that profit.
Right.
It's called capital gains tax. Look it up. Educate yourself. Don't get in trouble with it.
Right.
Okay, so I put some of that money aside because I know I'm going to have to pay at the end of the year. So, yeah, I made a little bit of bread. But in the future, do I think it's going to be a big thing? Eventually it will. There's stores already accepting like Bitcoin, and I think there's another one, Ethereum or something like that. I'm not really sure.
Well, I know.
Yeah, Ethereum.
Yeah.
Big crypto.
There's already some places accepting it. Yeah.
Well, I know, like, what is it? I don't know. My friend was telling me, well, Mark Cuban, like, if you want to buy Dallas Maverick tickets and stuff like that, like, they accept it. Yeah. But the thing is that I think my friend, and we just get into the argument when he brings it up. Because I'm like, well, what? You know, because, again, you're making a profit. And for me, that's awesome. You know, I am proud of him. It's like, you jumped on something. Yeah. You know, but just for the fact that I think what got me was that he was saying that, well, you know, you want money. You know, I think it's like you keep on saying that this Dogecoin thing is going to replace currency. It's going to replace the U.S. dollar, is what he's saying. Which it's not. That's just not something that can. Yeah. The government won't allow that. The country won't allow that. But the thing is that you're investing in something, but you want the actual dollars. Yeah. That's what you want back. So you're talking, and you're talking up this digital currency, which is cool. And if you're going to keep it, then you're going to use it, and hopefully there's some sort of conversion rate between others, you know, because it's like we have pennies, nickels, dimes, all that stuff. So, you know, there would be like some sort of a conversion rate between dollars, pennies, nickels, dimes with Dogecoin. But he wants that actual money back. You know, he wants the actual cash, not necessarily the cash, but the profit from that. Yeah. Which is going to be translated back into U.S. currency. Right. You know, and so that's what ticks me off. It's like, well, you keep on talking about how this is all going to be irrelevant, and that everything's going to be going digital currency in that fashion.
It's not going to, cash is not going to go away. Cash is king. Eventually it will. You know what crypto will end up being is going to be a global currency. Yeah. To bypass a lot of other countries' taxes and things like that. Some way the country will figure out how to tax it eventually. Oh, the
cryptocurrency.
Yeah. You know, the thing behind crypto, it's not the crypto itself, it's the technology called blockchain. Mm-hmm. That's what's valuable. And that's what governments are trying to tap into right now, how to do blockchain for their own stuff, for their own institutions.
I think it's cool, like, if we come up with something like, let's just say, like, House of Machismo bucks or whatever.
NFT.
But we can exchange it within ourselves.
Right.
You know, and that's fine. You know, like, if I want to buy your motorcycle, then here's so many House of Machismo bucks. And then you want to buy something of his, then here's some House of Machismo bucks, and then he gives you that product and all that.
But it has to have value.
It has to have value, but it has value within us. Mm-hmm. But who regulates it? Who creates it?
Yeah,
you know,
who are broke?
Yeah, right, exactly.
No capital.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. Well, just K-Rod. No, anyway. But
so it has to have some kind of value, right?
Right, exactly. So like, and so that's back it. That's the thing. So what gives Dogecoin its value, though? Because I really don't know.
All the people who are online talking about it. It's hype.
Right.
Yeah. It's a meme, right? It started out as a meme.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, you know.
Did you break that?
No.
It turned into this thing because the CEO and owner of Tesla started talking about it. And when you have the CEO and the owner of Tesla talking about something as small as that to where people can get in for under $1, mm-hmm. you know, that's what your friend's talking about is not investing. That's gambling.
Yeah.
He's gambling.
Yeah.
Investing is holding it long term.
Yeah.
And letting it rise to $5, $10, you know, to wherever Bitcoin is now, 66 grand a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you owned 100 Doge and you bought in at 20 cents and that went up to $20, you know, or $1,000, you would be banking.
Yeah.
You know, making money. That's investing, holding on to it till it reaches its peak. But
so,
he's buying in, he's getting in and getting out, getting in and getting out. And I don't encourage anybody to do that unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And he's learning, but
yeah.
I mean, I think that's the wrong thing to learn
with
at.
all this, all that's going on with the Bitcoin and all that, that's the problem on Facebook and social media.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're a professional investor.
Yeah, and then
a college educated investor or somebody who's just good at investing.
They'll do like a little spiel.
But they're just basically just your average Joe who, you know, is following the, what's it called?
The trend,
the hype.
the
trend,
hype.
The hype, what's
and
hot.
Brag about it.
There's group talks. You know, Reddit is big. Reddit's got a big, what do you call those? Public forums where people just talk. And you don't know who these people are. They're hiding behind avatars on a computer. I mean, you know what I do? I watch a lot of YouTube personalities, guys who've got a bunch of followers, and I watch several of them.
People you trust.
I mean, I don't know if I trust them, but if enough people watch them and they're doing big and they look like they're doing well, then I'm going to watch multiple videos. I'm going to do my own education. I go to I go to a lot of these investment websites and I read their stuff and I watch their videos because they have their own videos too. And I make an educated, decision on it as far as long term. Because if you're investing in Walmart's not going to go away tomorrow.
Right.
They're going to be around. So instead of just holding a couple grand in your bank account where it's just sitting there, why not just put a couple grand and just put it in Walmart stock?
Right.
And that way, if you put a couple grand in there, it might grow a couple $100 by the end of the year.
So you have a couple of $100 more.
More.
Right.
Exactly.
No, I get that. But I think, like, I started silencing people on Facebook for, this really loud people on stuff. And so
Me too.
Yeah. I started doing the same thing with the Dogecoin people now. So it's like, oh, come on. Stop.
And then when you don't invest, they're like, oh, dude, you're dumb if you're not taking advantage
see, I don't
of
do
it
that.
and all that. And it's like... Yeah. Nobody really cares. You go,
the braggers,
the
braggers and the people who talk down on people. Oh, you're missing out. FOMO, right? The fear of missing out.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
I think I don't know. Just these. And the same friend invested in another cryptocurrency that is worth nothing right now, but he bought like $100 worth of shares. Is what he calls it.
That one you were talking about. Therion or whatever.
I don't know what it
was. That one's up in the. I'm not sure, but it's up in the $60-$40 range.
This is he bought 16 million.
Yeah, it's probably.
shares.
I know what he's. It's probably that. It's called Moon something.
I think so.
Moon landing, moon takeoff. Yeah, I know what it is.
Showing with the little rocket. I think something like that. It's a meme of it. There's a little rocket.
Yeah, I'm in a group chat with some other guys who are into it, and I'll tap in every now and then just to see what they're talking about. And then I'll go look it up myself, right?
Yeah.
So, it's moon something.
I'm just used to investing in something where it's either a good or a service, something that has a reason to make money and to continue to make money.
Staples. That's what they call them. That's the investment term. The consumer companies like Johnson & Johnson, Clorox, Procter & Gamble, right? They make all the toothpaste and your beauty supply products, and Costco's a good one, Target, Walmart, you can go on, Well,
like people, like even car manufacturers,
Coca-Cola, Pepsi,
stuff like that. I had a friend that invested in Ford.
Ford's good.
He invested in Ford, and then he ended up going out buying. This is back in the day, because he ended up buying a Crown Vic. Because the one thing that you do is that when you invest in something, you also support it. So he went out and bought a car, and I'm like, oh, okay, because to me that didn't make sense. It's like you invest in it, but now you spend all this money. He's like, no, you're supposed to go out and support it because it helps, And he's driving around in a Ford, and people ask him, oh, you got a new Ford Crown Vic or something. He's like, oh, tell me about it and all that. And so, he was his own advertisement, and he does that for a living. I mean, that's what he does, is that he invests in stuff, and he has a financial planner and all that stuff. But I just don't understand this whole Dogecoin, Bitcoin, all that stuff, all the cryptocurrency.
So Doge right now, as we're speaking, is at 47 cents. Yesterday, before the guy at Tesla, Elon Musk, went on Saturday Night Live, it got up to about, I think, 73 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already fell since yesterday. It's already dropped about 30 cents.
So he must have not done a great job on Saturday Night Live.
You know, the hype was that it's a pump and dump stock.
Yeah.
It's you just got to get it. And like, if it goes back down to 20 cents, I'll buy more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll wait until it jumps back up to 60 cents again and sell it all off again. That's what people do.
Because the word was that, oh, buy your Dogecoin now because after he hosts Saturday Night Live, then it's gonna go up, and it didn't.
It's still the Wild West. Same thing with marijuana. You know, and a lot of marijuana stocks are hot right now because everybody wants to get in right now before the feds legalize it. Because once they legalize it, it's gonna be like the oil industry when it first started, right? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a land rush, right? All the Canadian companies right now are positioning themselves to move into America as soon as the feds legalize it. Because they're already doing their thing up in Canada. Yeah, they already have companies well established. As soon as our government legalizes it, they're gonna move on down here before all these American companies can build up, right? Yeah, and it's gonna be the survival of the fittest. So,
man, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to invest in something like that. I probably would. Yeah, you know, just because it's the fact that, you know, the government's gonna want to tax it and regulate it. Oh, yeah. And so I'm thinking that people think that, oh, well, once if and when marijuana becomes legal, then anybody can sell it, like out on the street or something like that. It's like, no, not quite like that. You know, at least I don't know. Yeah, so basically, I just told my friend.
Fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and basically, I just told him it's like, this is just my opinion, and I'm not telling. Like, if you're my friend, I'm not calling you this. This is my opinion. I just think it's stupid. You know, like I'm not gonna because he was. Hey,
well, I don't think it's stupid because, you know,
he's
the
making
one that's
money.
going to look stupid is us when we don't invest and it's worth, you know, hundreds of thousands, whatever.
It's just, you know, but they're coming about it the wrong way. They should be educating and not being braggadocious about it, right?
And he's not, again, he just sounds like he's telling the rhetoric that someone else told him. Yeah, basically, because like, you don't think like this. This is I know you. This isn't the way you think. Mm-hmm. This isn't the way you talk. You're just repeating what someone else told you, or you watched a YouTube video and you're just repeating. Or a comment. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, you know, so I told him, it's like, and I told him again, and I am proud of this guy that, yay, you made, you doubled your stimulus money.
Stimmy?
Yeah. What's wrong?
Focus on the show, damn it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway. But yeah. But sorry, you made a little squeaking noise, so I was like, oh, stop playing around. No, anyway.
You continue on with your show.
Okay, I will. I'll continue on with my show over here. You play with your microphone over there. But basically, I told him, you know, it's
stupid.
It's stupid. Yes, already. I said that. I said it was stupid, Luis. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you heard that part. I don't know, but
they need a fish coin, right?
Yeah,
I'd buy some of those.
Like get into it.
I want to get some Chuck E. Cheese
bait coin.
You know,
yeah, bait coin.
Some Chuck E. Cheese coins.
Somebody just is going to hear this show and they're like, oh, I'm going to make Bitcoin. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Like make our own.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, anyway. I'll just stick with my regular cash because I just understand it better.
It's green.
Well, I understand it better, you know? And it's green.
And it's been around for a long time.
And I like the smell of it, I'll be honest with you. I do like the smell of the dollar. Anyway. Oh, on a different note, did you guys hear about that Chinese rocket?
Yeah, it landed sometime yesterday.
Did it?
Killed like 40 people.
Did it?
No, it
didn't.
I don't know. I just watched.
Did it end up landing?
I don't know. I see videos everywhere, but I don't know if they're true or not. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm in a simulation.
Like the Vatican was blown up by accident because of the rocket or something. No.
I saw some video of it. Yeah, it's kind of going through the sky out there in Japan or wherever it was going.
It's supposed to crash land anywhere but China, apparently.
But it already crashed.
Did it already?
I think so. Well, yesterday,
it landed in the Indian Ocean.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no one cares about that. Yeah,
the fish.
I know, right?
SpongeBob's out there.
I had a little because I got a text from my cousin last night telling me, hey, they're announcing that it's gonna land within the hour somewhere.
Not land, crash.
Yeah. Sorry, crash uncontrollably in within the hour. So I jumped on the internet and started watching these YouTube trackers, and they showed it over by like Australia, Indian Ocean type of area over there. So I was like, okay, I'm not paranoid anymore.
Well, I don't think it.
23 tons.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of weight.
That's pretty irresponsible. So
and nobody knew how to knock it down or anything, or couldn't track it. Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
and these are the people. And these are the people saying we'll be all right. We'll blow that meteorite coming.
What is that Bruce Willis movie again? What was it? Armageddon. Yeah, this is in Armageddon. You know, I don't know. I thought it was just kind of weird that China, you know, they had this big, huge 23-ton rocket. Just let it fall.
Well, they do that all the time.
No, not 23 tons.
No.
You know,
I'm not sure what the story was behind that.
It was probably just got caught in a gravitational, and then I don't think maybe it was intentional.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think it was intentional. I don't blame the Chinese
technically
for it.
It should be
something
away,
failed.
Right?
Something failed when they launched it, and it didn't get all the way out of the stratosphere.
Right.
And part of the rocket that launched, whatever they were launching, got stuck in a specific stratosphere of the Earth, and eventually the gravitation pulled it back in after several days. And they just like, we don't know where it's gonna fall.
Oh, so this wasn't like space debris, like an old.
No.
It was recently launched.
It was supposed to go further beyond the Earth's pull.
It was taking. They're building another space station, I think, in space, and this was carrying stuff for that.
It was
space
food because they're about to die.
Right.
Like, shit.
We need this valuable food there. It's like,
they only got 4 days to live.
No, our luck. They probably had like all this radioactive material in there. We're just trying to get rid of it.
It was probably that. Have you seen Rampage, that movie?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Probably that chemical in large animals.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start the rumor. It's like it was probably COVID.
I want to see COVID-20. I want to see those conspiracy theories.
Which one? Oh, the one that are gonna.
It was launched by the FBI because it had radioactive.
They're gonna be out there, dude. I want to start one. I want to start that this was their method of spreading COVID-20.
COVID-20.
Yeah.
21.
Technically launching and dropping little.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it went all over the world except China.
That's why we didn't have signal or my shit's so slow.
You noticed that too, right? Just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. It takes forever for me to send the fucking picture.
Well, that's your house. Your area sucks.
No, it's 5G. It says 5G.
Yeah, that's stupid. I hate 5G. Every time I go to an area with 5G, I can't, stuff won't load. It's
who's your cell phone company with?
AT&T.
Me too.
I need 6G.
6G. Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, you're 6G. I thought 5G was reserved for a different.
I don't know.
It's not for like common folk.
No, 5G is. I don't know. It's a Chinese technology too.
Well, there you go.
They're really good at what they do.
They're good at infiltrating.
They are.
The country from within.
They've been conquered many times.
Yes.
But they always conquered their conquerors. Always.
Did all their conquerors have guns?
No, but they had like rocks and sticks. I have no idea. I don't remember. They had like bows and arrows and, advanced weaponry at the time, but guns.
Well, there's a big chunk of land to try to conquer in it.
It is.
The United States so far apart, and then everybody owns a lot of firearms. So it's kind of like it's
in the United States. Oh yeah.
Like to conquer us.
Yeah. Like to come and fly from way out there.
Oh, that'd be next to impossible.
It would never be armed forces coming over shores. It would happen from within.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Kind of like what's going on now.
Infiltrating.
We're not going to get into all that.
Yeah,
but it's changing the attitudes and the educational system of a society.
Yeah.
If you read anything about, we're not going to get into all this, but if you read anything about communism in the book of like how communist governments are, it's about educating the populace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bringing that new generation up and getting rid of the old generation, right?
He's communist.
So, So that. Do you know who the president of China is?
No.
I forgot his name, but
isn't it like President Xi or something?
It's not Winnie the Pooh. No,
Kyong
but
something?
God, he changed their rules so that he can remain in power.
So I read a little bit about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy grew up in a cave. Okay, he's a different animal. This guy grew up in a cave. He was like in a labor camp or something when he was a youth, you know, because they have labor camps there. People have to, you're either born a worker or you're born a farmer. And I think I read somewhere you have to like apply to live in the cities there. If you grew up in the rural part of China, you have to like, you can't just it's
very societal divided.
Move around freely there, right? But I read about this guy. He's read over like 300, 400 literature books growing up. And anybody who's read, and I'm talking like not just Chinese literature, he's read world literature. And anybody who has read is that well read, you're playing with a different animal. He's playing the long game. He's playing 3D chess. And it was just funny because when we had Trump and you had him, this guy knew like Trump is a different type of leader, right?
Right.
He's a leader, but he's a different type of leader. And then China, you got this guy who's well read, who knows military and different type of government philosophies and things like that. I mean, it's like night and day if you compare Trump to this guy, right? And he's smart, so he's dangerous. You know, you could say he's an ally and everything, and I don't know if China is much of an ally to us or not, but we're playing with a guy that is very sophisticated mentally.
As far as I know, is the Chinese government is different than its citizens, its people.
Right.
So its people think and operate in one way, and the government is obviously like way opposite of that. The people can live, I like to say free life, but in a way they can kind of live a free life.
Yeah.
So as long as they don't say shit about the government.
Yeah.
And there's like a really fine, even like. So
you mean like communists?
Yeah. No, yeah. Because at some point, like even famous authors from China, the elite, what we would consider celebrities and stuff, even they can't speak out. You know, against they can say, they can skirt the issue or topic, but if you say something bad,
kind of like here.
Yeah, in a way. No, over there they can put you can go to prison.
Yeah, over here they just cancel you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right now.
Which is okay. You know what? To be honest, I prefer that over going to prison. Well,
I guess maybe from here we get to the point of going to prison.
Maybe at some point.
I don't know.
I don't know which way you want it to go. No, I'm kidding. No, I know what you mean. Like it's like it's heading in that direction.
All right, communist.
Yeah, right. Anyway, liberal, not a communist. No, anyway.
Same thing.
It's the same thing, but a little bit different. No, anyway. But the idea is because of the footage and stuff that I've seen of over there, it's like we have so many progressive people over there, like especially when it comes to the youth. They have a little bit more, they're more open-minded, they have more open ideas, they listen to pop music, their version of it, and they remind me of the kids here, you know, the way they behave and all that. It's just that little rule, don't speak ill of your government.
Yeah.
Which I do see little hints of it happening here, you know, but in any case...
Censorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and so, within the government here, you know, and so, but the idea is... Is it a good place? Is China a good place or a bad place? I don't know.
Are you aware of? Do you know who Jack Ma is?
I don't know anyone like that. No.
Do you know the company Alibaba?
Oh yeah.
Why?
All that cheap stuff.
They're the Asia Amazon.
Yeah.
They're the Asia.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I think they're bigger.
I remember
than Amazon.
that. Yeah,
they might be bigger than Amazon. Anyway, Jack Ma is the CEO and I think maybe co-founder of Alibaba. So last year, it was 2019 or 2020, he was actually, you know, he's making China millions, billions of dollars with his company, right?
Yeah.
He actually criticized a little bit the government, and I'm not sure what he was critical of, maybe the Hong Kong situation, something like that. Have to look into it. Well, after he spoke up, he was at some conference where he said this, like a global technology conference. He said something about China's like capitalism, like how they run things financially.
Yeah.
He was just being critiqued. He like disappeared out of the public eye for several weeks, and that created conspiracies online.
Yeah, I heard about that.
China now there's news stories as recently as January 2021. They cracked down on his tech empire. They put restrictions on him and stuff like that, just because he criticized a little bit of some of their financial policies of China. So I mean, even a guy that makes billions of dollars, who's elite like Jack Ma,
they're subject to being targeted as well.
They slapped his hand a little bit.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful of that. You know.
Totally. I mean, that's
why I don't believe in
communism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe in communism either.
You do.
I do not. Oh, God. On that note, guys.
Yeah, let's switch it up.
Yeah, well, actually, we're going to take a little break because I'm going to go have another one of those kolaches. Thank you again, Chris, for bringing those kolaches. You know, you're not required to bring them.
They're big kolaches.
They're big fat kolaches, dude.
Just don't.
There's too much bread.
I may not come through every week.
Oh no, that's okay.
No, that's fine.
Not a problem. We're just gonna enjoy it, and all that stuff. Well, in the meantime,
as long as I have a job still.
Yeah,
not here, but in real life.
Yeah, because this
is real life.
Yeah, in real life. This doesn't pay anything. But anyway, all right, guys, we'll be right back.
You're listening to House of Machismo, the #1 podcast for your mother's sewing circle.
Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I wish on a star that somewhere you are thinking of me too. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. Wonder if you ever see me, and I
Hello, my House of Machismo peeps. This is Marty with House of Machismo. I want to tell you about the awesome weather that we've been having. I've been barbecuing. Luis has bought another kayak. So you know what this means, right? Spring is here, and it's time that we all started venturing outdoors into our backyards. By doing so comes a little problem, though. Those damn bugs. If you have a roach problem or a termite problem, bed bugs, even fleas and ticks, mosquitoes, then Manny Perez is the guy who you want to call. He is the proud owner of Assurance Pest and Termite. This family-owned business established itself in North Texas for the last 16 years. He is also licensed by the Texas Department of Agriculture, so he knows what he's talking about. Go ahead and quiz him on the spot. He doesn't mind. Assurance Pest and Termite will give you free estimates. They can do pre-treatments before the problem even begins. They are bilingual in Spanish, which is pretty cool. I mean, do you know how to say termite in Spanish? Because I sure don't. The reviews from his clients speak for themselves. Manny is amazing. Manny's the absolute best. I'm happy with the service. And now let's read the reviews from the exterminating company. Anyway, I'm telling you, Assurance Pest and Termite is great. They aim to satisfy. Give them a call or a text. 214-998-3989. 214-998-3989. Or visit assurancepest.com. Call now.
Where's all my soul sisters? Let me hear your flow, sisters.
Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow, sister. Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, go. He met Mama Lot down in old Moulin Rouge, strutting her stuff on the street. She said, hello, hey, Jill, you wanna give it a go? Get you, yeah, yeah, za-za.
Let them know we bout that cake straight out the gate. Be independent women, some mistake us for whores. I'm saying, why spend mine when I can spend yours? Disagree? Well, that's you, and I'm sorry. I'ma keep playing these cats out like a car. High heel shoes, getting love from the dudes, 4 badass chicks from the Moulin Rouge. Hey, sisters, soul sisters, better get that dough, sisters. We drink wine with diamonds in the glass by the case, the meaning of expensive taste.
You wanna inche, yeah, yeah.
Come on,
mocha chocolate.
What? Rio Lady Mama. One more time, come on now.
Savage beast inside, roll until he cries.
Christina, Pink, Lil' Kim, Maya, Rottweiler baby, Moulin Rouge, Misdemeanor here.
This is House of Machismo. You're listening to the best podcast in the nation. This is House... Okay, wait, stop. I'm sorry, I can't say this.
Oh, why not?
Because it's not true. I mean, I can't lie.
But our numbers reflect our popularity, and we have a lot of weekly streams of our show. Weekly, I tell you.
You do. You said your numbers are higher than Joe Rogan's.
No. I said Joe Rogan is high, and look at our numbers. Hear the difference now? Two completely different statements.
No disrespect, but I've listened to other podcasts where they get thousands of streams.
I doubt it. I don't know what fantasy world you're living in, but in my reality, the real world, as I call it, Ian, House of Machismo would soon devour all the other podcasts. Take that, Joe Rogan.
Huh. And in that reality world, are you still in XL or are you still dreaming?
Okay, fine. What's your Zelle account? Uh-huh. There you go. Let's see how you like that.
Oh, shit. Okay, take two. You're listening to the best podcast in the nation. This is House of Machismo. Welcome back to House of Machismo with Marty Portillo.
But then I thought, what would make Luis stay with the feminists? And you strike me as an ass person.
Luis Salazar.
But I'm saying, I thought Asians was all those people with the little eyeballs.
Wow.
And K-Rod.
I have one growing whitehead up here and a whitehead inside.
Oh,
that fuck. Especially when you get one on the tip of your penis. Oh, God.
This is House of Machismo.
Don't worry, Chris. Pretty soon you'll have something on there. You just got to say something funny.
Sound clip.
Yeah. Or something controversial or something that, you know, that's very unique.
Yeah.
If not, you can be like K-Rod and I can just use the same 4 lines that he has and all that. Yeah.
Tell you no one.
No. Oh, I was waiting because I was going to use that as a soundbite too. Yeah. Damn it, you fucked it up. I'm like, yes, it's like music. Anyway, hey, so welcome back, House of Machismo. This is the podcast that you're listening to. You're listening to with Luis and Chris and Oscar over there who looks bored out of his mind.
Oh,
yeah.
You see your name.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name.
His name is Oscar. What?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So when I told you, it's like...
So you added it?
Yeah, I added it on there. Yeah, the graphics are easy and they're fun.
Why is there so much space between the...
Yeah.
There is, right?
You gotta delete a space there.
Where? Hold on. Here? You mean like here?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, there.
Here. Because if that weren't there, the and... Is that what they call an ampersand?
You still have more space over here. It's not... Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Right here?
That's closer. And then
that one right there.
Yeah. So this needs to move over a little bit over here. Luis needs to move over a little closer to Chris.
I need to move over closer to him.
You need to move over closer to him.
And the and... Yeah. Whatever that sign is.
Ampersand is what I learned for it. Because it stands for and. Anyway, I learned that from Wheel of Fortune.
But yeah, just scoot it over.
Okay. So move Chris over closer to Luis and then move the and just a little over where Chris was.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure that, you know.
Yeah, fix it.
Yeah. So anyway, when I told Chris...
Is that TV look crooked to you?
It is crooked, actually. Now that I actually...
Now that Chris is here to witness?
No.
Now that I got more people on my side?
No. I actually took the level again because because the first time it wasn't crooked, it was the wall. But then now when I put the level again on the TV, then the TV actually is physically crooked now.
I knew that since it was
because before the TV was perfectly level.
He hired professional hangers.
I did not.
That's what they left.
I did not. I would not pay for that. I would just get somebody who knows how to do it. You know.
Yeah, we could have did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just hit a couple studs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take a couple studs to do.
Do you have one of those? Does it swing out?
No. I paid like $70 for the thing.
So it's one of those just based on the wall, but
it's just stationary.
Yeah,
okay.
But my friend said that it could be corrected.
Yeah.
Very easily without having to take it off. Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a big boy too. Is that like 65, 70?
I had like little confidence that it was actually going to be able to be held up on the wall because it's a pretty heavy TV.
Well, how about he asked for the size?
Yeah, what's the size of the TV?
What? Oh, the size, it's about 75.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's about, or it is?
I don't remember. It's the same size as that one.
75.
Is it 75?
That actually looks bigger. I don't know if it's just because it's down lower.
It's just the angle.
Yeah.
Everything looks bigger depending on the angle.
And it's a Sony too, so that wasn't cheap.
No.
What, this one? Okay, so I bought this one used from a friend.
Okay. Used.
Originally, it was $2,000. Oh. I'm like, I'm not paying that much money for it.
So here's $500.
Right? But then that one was new, but that was a Black Friday Christmas special from Best Buy. Yeah. It was actually cheaper than Walmart.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I think I went with you. Oh,
yeah. You're the one that told me about the TV.
Yeah, that's right. And
then
I had to take you.
And he took me because he has a pickup truck. And then we threw it in the back. Literally threw it in the back. Yeah. I know. I remember that. Oh, we had such fun.
Do you
that
remember the 90s big screen TVs, how huge those things were?
Yeah, you couldn't even pick them up.
So it was like...
when people break into the houses, like the TVs are safe, you know, because no one's going to carry them.
It was 1994. My Uncle Rich up in Chicago just bought one of those brand new big screen TVs. It was probably 55-inch at the time. That's huge back then.
Yeah.
And it was a Sony. You had to finance it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably like $8,000. Okay, he was gonna put it in his basement. It took my uncle and my dad to come over there to help him. They had to take the stair. What do you call them? The planks on the stairs.
Yeah.
They had to take like 7 or 8 of those off because it would hit the ceiling. They were trying to get it down the stairs to put it down there. And then they finally did it. They had to do all this like construction work just to get it down there. They set it up. This is back in the day where you could get the illegal cable boxes and get all the boxing and everything you want, all the WWF pay-per-views for free. He had that all set up in the basement. We would watch the Mike Tyson fights down there, all the WrestleManias, Royal Rumbles. I loved it. I loved going over there and watch that. And that thing, I just remember that was a monster. And now we have 75-inch screen TVs you can get for $1,000.
4K.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first good TV was like that, like a 32-inch Sony Vega.
Yeah.
This Vega or Vega, they would call it.
Something like that.
But it was a gray TV, kind of widescreen, and it had that base on it, so it was. And it weighed like 400 pounds or something. Yeah, fuck that.
I remember back in the day we had like it was probably longer than this table because it was also stereo. It had a record player, it had 2 big speakers and the TV in the center. I don't remember how we even got into the house. Yeah. But it was furniture and you just put shit on top of it. It was like I remember we would put food on top of it. When we had like a little buffet or something like that, and we sit and watch TV. Yeah. Those were the days.
That's crazy how heavy they were for their size, and now you can go, buy a 32-inch for $80.
Big tube TV.
And it weighs like 5 pounds.
Yeah, and it's just because it's just so abundant with that kind of crap. I remember my parents got me for a graduation gift from high school or first college, I don't know, but it was like a $300 TV from Target, and it was one of those tube TVs, and it was a big screen. And that still works to this day. It still works.
I don't understand how those people stay in business now. The ones that say we repair TVs.
I don't know.
If you buy, you might as well throw it out. It's more expensive.
They had
to fix it. Yeah.
They had to get into cell phone and DVD repairs and all kinds of stuff like that.
This. Yeah. If these TVs break for whatever reason, I'm not taking it to get fixed.
Yeah,
it's just getting thrown out.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else could fix
They're
it.
so cheap now. Why deal with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's disposable now.
Well, this thing's just gonna die on the wall because it's like I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it down.
Anyway, we wouldn't even notice it.
All right. Or I'll just put a big old House of Machismo thing on top of it, like a poster board or something. But yeah, no, I think I have. Hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 or 6 HD TVs.
Wow.
And I'm just bragging,
Amazing. I know.
Yeah. But anyway, it's just because, and eventually I like to put one in the bathroom.
Rick and Morty,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See?
24/7.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for season 4 or 5. Is it?
Season 5.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, that's be so exciting. It comes out on Adult Swim. I did not know this.
Yeah,
I didn't know this. So Adult Swim, where can I see that?
it's on cable somewhere. You just gotta check your local listings.
I don't have. See, that's the thing. I don't have cable. I mean, I have cable, but only select channels.
I'm sure it's on a streaming thing. Is it on Netflix or something? Hulu?
Well, no. Okay, so I saw the trailer.
Oh yeah, it's on HBO Max.
Well, the past seasons are on HBO Max, but
Okay.
when I saw the trailer, it said on Adult Swim,
Yeah.
and so I don't know if it's going to come out on HBO Max. Like you first will show the season after they're done,
Yeah.
then it'll come out on HBO Max. I can't. That's unacceptable to me. So I don't know.
It'll probably be simultaneously.
I hope so.
Yeah. Maybe Adult Swim will show it. They'll show it like on Sunday or whatever day they pick, and then the next day it will be uploaded to the streaming service.
Like Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. That I don't mind. No, it's because I really became a fan of the show. Like I saw, it took me like a month to go from episode 1 to the end of season 4,
Yeah.
and wow, it's just greatness. It's I don't know. Do I dare say it? I liked it better than The Simpsons.
It's
sorry.
different. I wouldn't compare the two because the Simpsons weren't able to have that much freedom.
Well, that's
as far as
true,
with
yeah.
their words. I mean, everything comes from the Simpsons. Simpsons
Yeah.
broke the ground.
Simpsons did it.
You know, and then
Yeah.
South Park came in and took the torch and moved it even further, right?
Yeah, right.
And I'm not even going to talk about Family Guy because I don't know. Family Guys, they got a lot of great material too, but a lot of it was cheap laughs.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, they had Adam West there for a bit.
it's
Rest in peace.
it's very entertaining. Family Guy in its own right.
I haven't seen it in years, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the episodes, but I haven't seen Family Guy in years.
Who is it? Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's talented. You can't take anything away from him.
I don't think he sleeps, because he
But,
does like
yeah.
so much shit. Like he
It
does
was just
that.
a lot of quick screens, right?
Yeah.
A lot of let's jump to this and be goofy. Let's jump to that to be goofy. The Simpsons kind of made like a storyline.
Yeah.
Within their episodes, and it kind of,
I haven't seen a new episode of The Simpsons this season.
Well,
and
there's a
last
lot of
season.
there's a lot of dud Simpsons too.
Yeah.
I mean, for being on for what 32 years now,
Isn't that weird?
they're not going to hit a home run every time out. But the first 10 years of The Simpsons,
Mm-hmm.
season 1 through maybe 10,
Yeah.
for sure, are gold. Every episode was gold, and then it gets a little choppy from 11 to 20, and then they came back a little bit. And
I think, you can only go so long without, I guess, running out of ideas. Maybe it's just the writers or something. Because I know Conan O'Brien used to write for The Simpsons. Like they had like some really great writers. I don't know a single writer anymore on The Simpsons.
yeah,
But I think to me it kind of changed. Like remember Married with Children?
yeah.
Married with Children was great up until like a certain season, and I think it's when they finally got rid of the last creator on the show, because they always had like the two guys that created the show, they were always writers on the show as well.
Yeah.
And then one left and started a different series, and then the other guy left, but then the other one came back, and at some point it just kind of just got like it needed to stop, I guess.
South Park, though, they keep it pretty original and current. Because they talk about current topics. I love South Park. I don't know how you guys feel
I
about
love
that.
South Park.
To me, they're up there. They're, Simpsons and South Park is 1A, 1B
Mm-hmm.
to me in my book of cartoons. And
No,
then
yeah.
everybody else is underneath.
I-
You can have, I think Rick and Morty's up there. They're getting close. They have to put in more years and be more consistent.
More seasons.
Yeah.
I think Bob's Burgers is kind of funny. They're okay. They're not up there with The Simpsons though. or
They're a little bit
anything
more
like that.
whom, but they're
more
funny,
wholesome. Yeah.
wholesome.
Yeah.
I don't like those.
You don't?
The Bob's Burgers, no.
No.
After I watched an episode or two, and I was like, nah. couldn't get into it.
Do you remember that old claymation show that Eddie Murphy did? It was called
The PJs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Very
so
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept going on with that.
It's expensive doing that, and
Yeah.
it takes time to do that kind of
Claymation
stuff.
was so
yeah.
good back in the day.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. Like I said, it's just expensive. Eddie Murphy's not cheap, So as much as a good show it was and all that,
It's a great show.
Eventually I think it just came down to ratings and money and all that. Bob's Burgers to me it's cool. There was one other show, Archer. I don't know if you've seen Archer. This is the thing.
That one.
Everybody tells me about it. I haven't watched it though.
It's secret agent kind of thing.
Yeah.
The same guy that does the Bob's voice is the same guy that does.
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Yeah, and they did this this crossover where Bob wakes up and realizes that he's a secret agent, and so he's like killing people, and he didn't know that he could do that. And his wife is like, "Oh my God, Bob, what'd you do?" But it's done in the Archer style and all that.
Right.
But I don't know, like these animation shows. I think I like them. I'm a kid that never grew up.
One of my favorite ones too that they don't make anymore, and the creator is kind of suspect now, coming out with some old stories about him. Ren and Stimpy, they were one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was pretty.
They
fun.
made some gnarly stuff.
I think I never seen it. Never seen.
They used to make some gnarly things,
Yeah, it was
and it used to be for kids
Chihuahua
on Nickelodeon too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never seen it?
No, I mean I might actually watch it because you were telling me about Rick and Morty. That's not why I started watching. You're like, "Ooh, Luis told me, so I'm gonna go watch it." But what you said, and then other people were telling me about Rick and Morty. I'm like, well, let me give it a chance. Let me check it out.
Yeah.
And then right from the first episode, I'm like, okay, I'm watching this.
Ren and Stimpy
Goddamn
doesn't
Morty.
get enough love. They should get a lot more love. I don't know why they don't. But they used to do like things where like they would show like a zoomed out scene, and then they'll like zoom in on somebody's face and they'll show like all the germs and acne, and just it was gnarly, right? And it was for kids on Nickelodeon back in the day, and I loved that.
It was a good show. I liked it.
Well, then I'll probably end up checking it out.
I have the
It's like
DVDs. I'll bring them next
it's like
time.
a-
You can watch
Okay.
them. Yeah.
They're like, I don't know, ugly looking dogs. The
Yeah.
Chihuahua is these
It's
big
the-
old eyes. It's just
yeah.
made it.
And then the cat. You got Stimpy.
How old were you guys when that show came out, or when you
I
started
don't
watching?
I don't remember.
Ren and
How long
Stimpy
time.
was out in the late 90s.
Oh, was it? Late
Oh, okay. So it wasn't. So okay.
Yeah.
So you guys were adults.
It was
okay.
the late 90s.
No, I mean like
Yeah,
it
it wasn't-
appeals. It appeals to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was kind of like what? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was probably
Oh, I don't know.
12.
How old are you?
11. I was 12, 11 when it was kicking. 10.
How old are you now?
I'm 36 now.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well,
It's
were-
funny too because
yeah.
now sometimes I'll be watch TV and then a episode of SpongeBob comes out and then I'm laughing at it because I'm like, man, this shit's not for kids.
Yeah, no, it's not. So I think Ren and Stimpy. I think SpongeBob is similar to Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
I think the style was taken from Ren and Stimpy because they do a lot of the bits and gimmicks
The same way.
the same way.
Yeah, but it's just funny when you're a kid. You're just it's
Yeah.
just a cartoon, but
Yeah.
as an adult, you're like,
But they have-
there's something behind that meaning.
Remember
There's a
that-
meaning behind that?
Remember that Family Guy episode where Quagmire is like it's like a dream sequence or something, like a little thought bubble, and he's pulling these beads.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't see what they're pulling the beads. They're like, kids don't know what this is, but
well,
you
it's-
do.
Yeah, come on. The parents know what's going on.
So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might give it a chance. What about SpongeBob? Never seen a single
No,
episode.
nah. It's all right.
I watch them here and there. I didn't get into it. I'm not gonna let my son watch it.
Okay.
It's kind of stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it too raunchy for what it's supposed to be?
Just sometimes I watch it because it's just on TV and I'm just kind of but it's not something I'd sit there like, oh shit, I gotta watch SpongeBob.
Okay, so you won't be like binge watching it. Okay.
No.
But Ren and Stimpy. Okay.
That's
Ren and
all right.
Stimpy.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's because I with these animation shows,
I just like
they appeal to adults, because especially male adults, because we grew up, but we kind of like this kind of stuff.
I still like Tom and Jerry.
Tom and
was
Jerry
pretty
is
good.
great.
Yeah,
They're one of my
Yes, sir.
all-time favorites. I mean, it's so simple too. It's just a cat and a mouse.
yeah. It's funny because did I tell you we had a Tom and Jerry DVD, and it's a new DVD, but it's the old cartoon. And it's in the beginning. I think I told you about
about the disclaimers.
Whoopi Goldberg comes out and it's like, it's like a 15-minute disclaimer. It's like, this was a show filmed in a time where racism and blah 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 and this and that. I was like, I don't think any fucking kid gives a shit.
That's
they
crazy.
They have no idea that, this, because it's like a black lady hitting Tom in the head and like and the whole Speedy Gonzalez stuff.
What?
Yeah, and it's like I'm sure a kid that puts this on is not thinking like, oh, that's racism.
Well, now he is.
I didn't.
Now you put it in his head.
I never thought that way when I watched those things.
It's like telling a little kid that is learning to talk. Now, don't say that word ever again. Like, what? Fuck. It's like, don't you ever say that.
That's a bad word.
And then now they're gonna start saying that. Well, I mean, not to say some parents really don't give a fuck. Anyway,
that's where the whole thing comes up when everybody says like, well, if you keep doing it.
Yeah. The more you emphasize on it, the more it's gonna stick with them. But I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I don't know.
Tom and Jerry was legendary though.
Yeah.
I want to see that new movie they dropped.
It's pretty good. It's I mean
it has a girl from Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah, I like her. She's cool. What I didn't like was it's filmed like if it were a cartoon. When I saw it, I thought it was gonna be live action with cartoon, and somehow the cat and the mouse were going to be a cat and a mouse, but this is just like where the cat and the mouse are like people, so they're treated like people. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's like they're not animals; they're part of people.
Society.
Kind of like Roger
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
They can vote.
Ooh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit is a great movie.
It just threw me off because watching it, I expected it, that the people were trying to like
a mouse.
And all that, and then this, and it's not. They're kind of.
But it kind of is because don't they want to get rid of the mouse?
Yeah. So
they want to get rid of Jerry.
So the hotel hires
Tom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. But he's a member of society. But we want him out.
Yeah.
It's like whoa. Then this guy's got rights. This mouse has rights, and they need to picket and march and all that.
But no, it was a good movie. It was pretty entertaining.
I think I saw just maybe the first 15 minutes.
Entertaining.
Hold on. You guys talk. Sorry.
You mentioned Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But there was a side cartoon that came with that movie that showed before the movie started with that baby. The baby that's in it that's like that smokes cigars and stuff.
Oh,
and
hey, what's going on?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So there's like and you can find it on YouTube. There's like a 5-6 minute cartoon of just him. And I remember watching that back in the day, and I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube one day, and I rewatched that, and it's freaking hilarious. It's like it's somebody at the hospital. It might be Roger Rabbit trying to find this baby, and he's just going all over the hospital doing crazy things, and it's. Yeah, go revisit that, and I'm gonna rewatch that movie. That's a good movie.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Roger Rabbit. I tried collecting all my stuff on there, but I'm like Blu-rays and 4Ks and all that stuff. But I remember
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, Jessica. Yeah, right. Right.
Pervert.
Maybe.
It's
I don't know.
a cartoon, but
it's just a cartoon, dude. I don't know why.
She's kind of hot.
She was. She is. I don't know. I think. They were married, right?
Yes.
Jessica Rabbit. I'm trying to remember
and Roger.
Roger Rabbit, Jessica. Oh well, duh. Okay, Jessica Rabbit and all that stuff. I thought it was.
Yeah, I remember him.
Baby Herman.
Originally, it was a good concept for a movie, but for me as a kid, it was a little scary, and I think it was because I was
the
like,
real world and the fake world.
Well, not just that, but the villain in the movie.
I don't even remember the villain.
It was Christopher Lloyd, if I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
and then Brad Pitt was in there too.
Was, yeah.
Was he?
Brad Pitt was the cop, wasn't he? Am I thinking about the same movie?
You might be thinking about Cool World.
Oh yeah, Cool World is where Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's more adult.
Yeah,
I think
where they can cross over to animation or something.
No, the cop was like, because I'm like, man, Brad Pitt really got in shape now, But he was he wasn't a cop, he was a detective, right? A PI. He was a cop.
Like it's been a while since I've seen it.
Detective is a pig.
But was Roger Rabbit all animation? It had real people.
Yeah.
No, it was.
It was more in the in world, and then they went to an animation world, and it came back out, and it was pretty good for its time. I don't know when it came out, 92, 89,
something like that.
Around that time.
I think it came out.
You ever watch Howard the Duck?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's weird, dude. She had sex with the duck.
Who?
The main female character was it? Was it Taya Leone? I don't remember who it
I don't
was.
know. I just thought the movie was pretty funny.
It was hilarious. Like especially when you saw those duck boobs with the lady in that duck lady in the tub or whatever. But
That's weird.
I saw it as a kid and I thought it was hilarious. And then I see it as an adult. I'm like, wait a minute, she has sex with a duck. I was like, that's so weird.
What I find funny, sometimes movies were cool then, and then you watch them now. It's like, damn, I can't believe this was funny. Like now, I'm not finding it very funny.
Yeah.
Can I let you in on a little secret? I kind of feel that way about the Michael Keaton Batman, the original one. No, it wasn't about funny, about impressiveness. Because I saw it as a kid, and it was the greatest movie, and it was like so awesome.
Right.
Watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is very cartoony, very not, it's like, but I think I was spoiled because of like, what's his name? The new Batman stuff, not Ben Affleck, but the guy before. What's his name? His name escapes me. Chris
Blake. No.
No.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Oh my God, his name escaped me.
Christian Bale.
So yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I should have remembered the name. Anyway.
From Night or whatever.
Oh yeah, The Dark Knight and all that stuff. That was fucking amazing.
I mean, those were the best. I mean, the second one with, of course, Heath Ledger as Joker cannot be beat.
I thought it was amazing.
And I think it's unfair to. I'll let you finish your point, but I'm sorry. I think it's unfair to compare the two. I mean, that was the first two Batmans was who's that director? Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had his own world. He had his own twist on it. I love the first two Batmans, especially the second one. It gets crazy.
As a kid,
it gets crazy.
As a kid, I enjoyed it like immensely. Like it was like he was my Batman.
And it's Christopher Nolan that did The Dark Knight Rises, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a totally different vibe. It's a totally different vibe, and they can both stand on their own, right?
Yeah.
So I don't compare them.
Because Tim Burton's just more like the cartoony ones.
You can have a more comical, cartoony Batman, and you can have a dark.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, where
well,
it's violent.
like Michael Keaton, like that version was dark also.
Oh yeah,
it was very dark.
Yeah, there was some darkness.
But I think the I don't know, just watching it, like it just felt more like it was more meant for kids in a way, even though it was still dark though.
I mean, they had the Joker in there too.
Yeah,
I mean that was great. Prince did the soundtrack.
Yeah,
I mean you had Jack Nicklaus.
But just the idea, to me, watching it again, and I don't mean to compare them, but just mentally, it just does. Emotionally, I just can't help it.
Yeah,
those remind me of the ones where we used to watch the series where it goes pow.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Adam
the Adam West version.
And then the new ones remind me of kind of like those real dark gothic cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
I like it all. I like the Adam West shows. I'll watch some of those sometimes too.
It's funny.
Just because it's funny.
I like that old Batmobile.
That old Batmobile
right?
was great, coming out of the cave.
Yeah, and then it's got the convertible.
Well, I just like they had a contraption for everything.
Yeah.
Like I remember that they were like there were bullets flying and they were shooting the police chief's office, and Batman takes out this skateboard device. Where did he get it from? Yeah. But they're literally rolling across the floor on it, and it had the bat symbol and all that stuff. He had he had a bat shield that expanded into this bulletproof thing or whatever, anti-shark spray.
His
and
branding
all that crap.
was phenomenal.
Yeah, that dude came up with everything.
He had a whole marketing department.
He was a millionaire playboy. I mean, come on. Billionaire playboy.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
And then every now and then you'll get a Batgirl episode, right?
Yeah,
and a Catwoman episode, and then you got the Penguin.
And she would stand there like,
I think that was the best Penguin was that ugly dude.
The one from the Adam West one?
No.
Or from Danny DeVito?
Yeah, Danny DeVito. He was like...
He needed an MRI or something. Was wrong. Like that.
Like he really looked like a penguin.
Yeah, dude. Like, what species are you? Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer, awesome. That was awesome.
Back in her time.
Yeah, back in her time. She still looks good. At least, I don't know, I haven't seen any recent
she's like
pictures.
60 now. So
yeah. And she's still married to Harrison Ford, I think.
Really?
I believe so.
Harrison Ford?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been married for...
I didn't know they were married.
They're married. Hold on, let me confirm with Oscar. Are they married? Oh, Calista Flockhart.
Yeah,
they're both skinny. They're both skinny, dude. I mean, they're both skinny white chicks. I don't know. But Calista Flockhart...
have to ruin everything.
I know, sorry. Okay, shh.
Danny DeVito as Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah.
The Penguin.
Yeah.
He was great. That was a great movie. And then you had Christopher Walken in there.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
forgot
my
about
God,
him.
it was great.
I didn't. After that, I stopped watching. As soon as Michael Keaton wasn't coming back for the third movie or whatever, and then what is it?
I'll say this: the Batman. I'm pretty sure it was the next one after.
Forever.
The one with with Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I liked it. I think Jim Carrey knocked it out of the park as the Riddler. And then you had Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. I think they both played those villains great.
It was
Those guys as actors are flawless. Maybe the movie as a whole didn't nail it. Was that the one with that was Val
Clooney?
Kilmer?
Oh, that was Val Kilmer?
Or was that George Clooney?
Val Kilmer first, George Clooney next.
That was the Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Batman.
I just didn't like the fact that they kept, and that I think that's when DC started fucking shit up or Warner Brothers. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers started fucking shit up with all these movies because they kept switching them out, playing musical chairs with these characters.
Well, what it was about was they wanted to sell merchandise.
Yeah,
and
Val Kilmer was hot at the time.
Tim Burton. I watched an interview with Tim Burton, and he said that after the second one, the corporations were getting too involved. Like McDonald's and stuff, because remember how McDonald's would have this huge marketing thing, with you can get Batman cups and Batman glasses and all the merchandise and stuff, and the Tim Burton ones were spooking the kids a little too much because they were too weird, right? He said that, and he said the studio didn't want him for the third one because his second one was a little too weird and dark, and that's a shame, but. I think them picking Jim Carrey at that time for the Riddler was money. They just didn't execute it as good as they could have.
I think just in general, Jim Carrey would have been great as the Riddler. It didn't. To me, it didn't matter which Batman movie is going to be. It's like you can just tell this character to make a good whatever for this.
Yeah.
But after with Val Kilmer and George Clooney, I'm like, that's just stupid. To me, that was just stupid. It's like, man, just because they're hot and popular, let's go ahead and make them Batman.
Yeah.
There's just not that consistency. So, and I think I was in middle school when one of those movies came out, and I didn't go see it. Like, this isn't going to be. I don't know. I think it was like well into high school is when I finally saw these movies.
And then they started doing a lot of more CGI.
Yeah.
The one with the Two-Face was a lot of CGI. I remember seeing it in the movie theater, and I was just my eyes were hurting because that was the first time you've seen a lot more CGI in a movie.
Yeah.
And there was like a scene where he was falling off a building or he was in an elevator, and it was just confusing. It's hard to watch because that was new for the eyes,
Yeah.
And the only good things about the Mr. Freeze one with Arnold Schwarzenegger is all those goofy, corny one-liners that he used to do, like "chill out,
like, dude," or whatever he says. I don't know, but
other than that, they were crappy. They had Bane in them,
and
then Poison Ivy.
One of them they had like those weird angles, like they tried giving an homage to the Adam West version, so they had like these weird kind of lower angles and stuff coming in with the villains and all that, which was okay, but I mean, again, it just didn't seem. I would think I was basing everything back to the original Michael Keaton movies. It's like that's not it,
And that's what you do. You compare them to the first ones that came out.
That's why the second ones always suck until you get used to them.
Yeah.
But I think when they stuck with Christian Bale for those 3 movies, I think that was great, because they had that consistency.
Definitely.
And then they broke off and they wanted to do something else, especially with the new Superman movie and all that. But I don't know. And I felt the same way when they tried doing the Superman. They tried, because Nicolas Cage was going to play Superman for a while. Tim Burton imagining, actually.
I think that Henry Cavill dude did a pretty good job with Superman.
Yeah. And I think it'd be awesome if they still stick with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just sucks because I think he's not interested in doing anymore.
Oh, he is.
Oh,
No, he definitely is. He wants to.
He was pretty good in The Witcher also. I kind of like that shit.
I didn't see that yet. On Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was not bad.
I think he wants to still do these kind of action stuff. And there's always rumors about, well, if he goes over to Marvel, then he can do great there. But he still wants to play Superman. Warner Brothers, I think, has like a whole different plan. And I'm not objecting to a black Superman at all because I think that actually be kind of cool to see. I just don't think it'd be... Right now is not the time because...
BLM?
No. No, because I don't want them to be done with Henry.
Yeah.
It's like, no. What about him?
Because Superman's not black, he's white.
Well,
Well,
there's a version of it
they're
where he
making
is
a black. They're kind of making a black Superman. It's not Superman per se. It's that Will Smith movie that's coming out soon.
Hancock.
No. There's a
Hancock too.
There's a new superhero movie with Will Smith. What's it called? There.
Like he's gonna be the superhero.
Yeah, he's the super guy.
Isn't he like 50?
God, so we're gonna always have to cater to black people to make them feel better. Nah, just kidding.
I want to.
Just kidding.
I don't. Right. I don't mind seeing a black Superman. I'm
they're
cool
gonna
with
be
that.
all mad. It's like, well, we're minorities too, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
exactly. Well, we got a fighter on, except for Chris over there,
we
but that's
don't
okay,
care.
Chris.
We're not offended. I like Speedy Gonzalez. I want there to be a superhero that's an avocado. So, no, with a sombrero. Just an avocado with a sombrero running around. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
what
what
it's
he does.
called. I thought it was. Maybe I just made that up.
Oh God, we can't have. Welcome House of Machismo. We make shit up, by the way. Sometimes we just don't know.
He's working on a new movie.
Well, I know Warner Brothers is working on.
A new Superman?
Yeah, Black Superman.
I'm
so they have a director.
I'm boycotting if it's gonna be a black Superman.
Well, I wouldn't
'Cause
mind.
now I want a Mexican Superman.
But you not play it, right?
Yeah,
But
I feel left out now.
I don't know very many Latino superheroes. Oscar?
Well, exactly. Now, well, that's even worse. Why aren't Latinos complaining? We should boycott Marvel and
or create our own,
or until
or create our own.
Sound like a
Something
jalapeno
like
pepper running around.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
And he can, I don't know, his superpower is like all this spicy hotness.
Spiciness to your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Just he squirts spice into your mouth. It's like, oh, and that's
You ever heard of Super Chile?
No.
What? No.
Thought you were from Mexico.
I never heard of that guy.
Look him up.
It's going to come up with a bunch of other stuff. It's like, wait a minute. All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up for today. Want to thank Chris. I want to thank Luis for coming in. Not K-Rod. And I want to thank... hi. I want to thank Oscar. Oh, what?
No, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, because we all got stuff to do.
Don't.
Yeah. We all got stuff that we got to do, you know, Oscar. Anyway, so we'll catch everybody again next week.
Yep.
All right, guys. Everybody, take care. Keep looking up because that's